lots going on. So gonna head in and start my week. Good morning. Look at that sunrise over there. I'm not holding my phone up very high because literally that car right there has a teacher eating breakfast in it. The staff are arriving and we don't have a full week. We have a 4-day week because Labor Day is coming up, but we have a fire drill on Wednesday, a lockdown drill on Thursday. Lots going on. So gonna head in and start my week.
Many hours later.
Hey friends, I don't think we've spoken. Oh, we spoke in the car. Yes, that's right. Right around sunrise, and here it is. I think it's past sunset. But, oh, my back is sore. We made it through Monday, our first Monday of the school year. Got up at 5, was out the door at 6:40 after finishing making my lunch, Jax's lunch, breakfast for myself, Sebastian, and Jax. Woke up Jax and delivered that, delivered clothes to Jax, and clothes were already out for Sebastian. Got Sebastian all ready to go because it was a shower day for Danny. He was not downstairs yet when I left, but they got out the door on time because we've shifted his schedule, Danny's schedule, 15 minutes earlier since our bus leaves earlier, and it never really mattered if his shower went long before because I could take Sebastian out to the bus. So got everything done basically is what I'm saying. Got to school. We had a good day. We had 2 students because our newest still wasn't there. We were hoping she'd be there because her bus has started. I've been waiting to pick her up in the afternoon. She's got a different one in the morning and the afternoon, so they don't get the message, stop. But she didn't show up. We did get a hold of her today, and she's just going to go ahead and start on Monday for a fresh week. That's going to be a long week for her. I wouldn't mind if she started like Thursday when she's the only student, or no, maybe Friday. So she did one day, then no, there's no school Friday. Okay, I see why they're doing it Monday, but it's good. There's no school Monday. We have a 4-day weekend. Okay, she's gonna start Tuesday, so that's 4 days. Not the best in special ed, but she'll get through it. We'll get through it. So yeah, we only had the 2. Potty training went really well today. That's good. Always a good thing. And I have a bracelet in my pocket that I need to hang up. While I was in the bath, I was doing double duty and sorting all my bracelets and changing out what I'm wearing. Anyway, we have our kids from about 7:15-ish, whenever they arrive, until, when do we bring them? 11:40, 11:30-ish, 11:40. Yeah, that's the pickup window. I'm starting to learn the schedule. She just gave me a card with the schedule that I need to punch a hole in and add it to my lanyard. That was my request. She had given me a card with all of our kids on it, and I requested the other side have our schedule. Even though we have to be flexible, there's some things that are not flexible, like getting out of the room on time for the PM kids to come, and obviously dismissal. But yeah, having only 2 makes it pretty easy to do lunch. There's small tables out in the hallway that we're supposed to use, though the PM class has just been eating in the classroom. We only have 2, so 1 packs and 1 buys, and I've been taking her through the lunch line. A lot of times if you have a lot of kids, you don't do that. It's too much. You have to hold the trays, and you really only have 1 hand free. Like it works for an individual kid, but I'm gonna have 2 soon who get lunch. So we'll have to decide what we want to do, if I want to take them individually or just go and get their food and bring it back to them. It's been nice taking my little friend through because she gets to see and point, and that girl loves her some baked beans. She might be the only kid in the school, but I'm like, load them up. She housed those yesterday, and she housed them again first thing she eats. But yeah, she's our good eater. Our other little friend, he's finally eating, so that's a win. That's a win. He's getting more comfortable, and the tears stopped almost immediately when he got into the room to play. They really like their greeting songs, and we're seeing their little personalities come out, and it's really great. It's fun. Then once they're all gone, it's like 11:30, and we sit down for our planning. It's supposed to be just us in the room at that time because the other class would go to the hall for their lunch and then have a recess, but I guess they've set their schedule different. They do lunch right then, but they're doing it in the classroom, partially into our planning, so it's a little distracting, but my teacher was able to go over her data recording system, because when you work in special ed, there's IEPs, individual education plans, and those have to include goals, trackable goals. I just got new slippers and they're so warm. My feet are on fire. I gotta take them off for a second, stand on the tile. Feet are my only thing on my body that can get hot easily. But they don't sweat, they just get really hot and itchy. Anyway, you have to be able to record the goals, and usually you need like 3 data points from each goal per week to have a good data set. I'm not the one to explain this. I literally just had 2 hours of training and what my teacher has gone over with me. I do have professional training, a full day thing at our school system headquarters in late September. But yeah, we went over that, went over what we knew about our new student after she called her, and I went over what trainings I had left, and that's when we booked that day-long training. She's like, try for a Thursday because we only have that one new student on Thursdays, otherwise we have no students. We have no students on Thursdays, so we actually also signed up for a lunch volunteer shift because we still have no cafeteria monitors, and it's all staff, mostly specialists, so the ones that do like PE art and whatever, or no, not even them. It's like speech therapists and reading specialists and stuff like that, gifted teachers, ones that have more downtime in between, like little blocks of time. So admin was in there on Thursday and Friday, but I mean, life goes on. They've got to do their jobs, and they weren't in there today, and it's so hard. I feel so bad for my lovely cafeteria ladies. So I stopped by and said hi to Sebastian on my way to lunch, which is right after cleaning. And then I finished 5 or 10 minutes early and headed straight back to the cafeteria, said hi again. And then I was like, dude, your grade is starting to go. I'm going to put my stuff down and start cleaning tables. So because they, bless the other staff for helping, but they're not cleaning the tables right. And what do they know? They don't know. So I was making sure to fully clean and sanitize as many as I could, but then my time was up. I headed back to the classroom. I always just put my stuff down, clean my hands, and dive right into it, whatever they're doing. I think they were wrapping up one center and moving on to the next. I just dive in, and then it gives them enough extra hand to start doing potty breaks so we can go out to recess. And though my teacher brought us to the grassy courtyard surrounded fully by the building with some toddler play equipment, the PM class went out to the rubber play yard that runs along all the sped classrooms. It has a wall separating it from the regular recess, and I enjoy that they do that in the afternoon recess, because Sebastian has recess that overlaps for about 15 minutes, and he can climb up high and wave and say hi. And the older kids in the PM class do enjoy the scooters and running around and the balls, so I think they made a good decision doing that, and I'm happy with that. And yeah, then it's like getting the kids back in, and we do a few more centers and snack and whatnot. Everything went really well. I feel like even though I only work with the PM kids for half of their time there, I'm starting to know their personalities, and a lot of times I can really be an asset to calm somebody down that might get out of hand when they don't have enough attention. So the day went well. And then, my computer was delivered during the morning session. They were just in movement and motor skills. And it was really cute. Our youngest little dude kept coming over and calling our tech guy uncle and giving him toys to look at and hold. And so cute, so cute. But yeah, I've got my computer, so I'm going to figure out how to use a PC laptop. But I don't have to do too much, but I do want to. My teacher basically wants me to be able to run the class, so I need to learn how to do the Google Slides and present them and run it, because if she has a sub, she wants me to be able to do it. Obviously, if a sub's coming in expecting to be the teacher and not the para, I would say, hey, do you want to run the class, or do you want me to do it? You're subbing as a teacher, I'm your assistant, but since I know the routines, it's up to you. So, but I need to know how to do all that. So I do need to start familiarizing myself. And if we only have one student tomorrow, which we do, because 2 of our students are 3 days a week, but different days, maybe I can do training, maybe I can work on that. I don't know, we'll see. I left the school, came home, pretty much just peed and packed up, and went back out to Jax's school, where I got Jax early and we headed out to PT. We stopped and got Jax some food, some protein. I brought some Advil because Jax is very, very sore from walking to school and then walking around the building all day after 6 months of not really moving, only at PT. And then to have to go straight into PT. But Jax did great. We reduced things slightly. Excuse me, I'm trying not to hiccup. But we made it through. And then came home and went straight into dinner. And then Sebastian was missing. His watch was dead. I couldn't track him. I couldn't reach him. He wasn't in the normal places. No, thank you. It was a mess. Danny was walking around the neighborhood. I was driving around the neighborhood. Dinner was getting cold. Turns out he went to a friend's house who he had never asked to go to before. We didn't know where it was, so I didn't check it. It was like even further than the furthest street I drove to. So that was not cool. Not cool at all. But he's a little dude that doesn't like to be in trouble, so I know he won't make that mistake again. Anyway, then bath, and then I've just slowly started to get everything ready, and I still have more to do after I get him to sleep. It is now almost 8:30, so I'm gonna get him to bed, and then hopefully by 9:30 I can be back to prepping as many lunch items as I can, making sure I have everything I need for everybody's clothes. The kids' clothes are still washing, and I need fresh ones for Jax for a possible picture day tomorrow. I'm not sure. They have multiple days, so I don't know when day it is. I think whichever day has study hall, so I need to check on that. But I'm gonna let you go because I've been talking for 14 minutes. If you made it this far, I love you. Here's a cookie for you. Comment that you ate your cookie and it was delicious if you made it this far. Stay safe, be kind, and don't forget, wash your hands.